Good afternoon from the island of Feridhoo in North Atoll in Maldives. So it took us around 1 hour 45 minutes to reach this island from the airport. I mean, it did make a couple of stops before reaching this island, and it costs around 350 local rupiah per way, which is approximately $15. And right now we just checked into our room. We're staying in a guest house called Aira Maldives. It's a pretty decent room for very reasonable pricing. I'll put the pricing below. And right now we're heading towards a local cafe to enjoy some evening tea. Looks like a very peaceful island. It's actually quite big compared to a lot of islands in the Maldives. And we're just enjoying the walk to the restaurant, just observing how locals are living and just going about their regular lives. Here we have some local kids playing football. So we just came out of the cafe after having tea. I really didn't film anything because there was a lot of people. I didn't feel too comfortable filming inside the cafe. But we just had some local short eats and some tea. It was very good. So over here what you see is a payphone. So these things used to exist in Maldivian islands until like 20 years ago, until people started having mobile phones. So before that, we have this card that you need to load. It's actually topped up with some cash and you can just use it like a normal telephone booth. But there are no longer functional telephone booths in the Maldives. Good morning. It's around 8:30 in the morning. We just woke up to have breakfast, and then the plan today is to head to 3 different beaches. So basically this island has the Bikini beach, which is for the tourists, and then there's a local beach, and there's one more beach which is just beside the Bikini beach, which is a mixed beach where both locals and tourists go as well. So this is our room. It costs around $55. Very decent room with everything that you need. Breakfast is not included, but we requested for breakfast, and the owners are actually making breakfast for us now. So we have a wardrobe, a mini fridge, queen size bed, mirror, and also there is an outdoor area where you can dry your clothes. And this is the bathroom. Nice bathroom as well. Here's the view from our room. Small garden area. Very peaceful in the morning. So yesterday after having tea, we came back to the room, and then we went out for dinner around 8:30 and came back by 9:30. We didn't really feel much last night because we were tired. We wanted to sleep early and start the day early today. And now that we've had breakfast, we're going to go out and explore the island. So as I mentioned before, there's 3 beaches, and we're trying to go to all 3 beaches and see which ones the best on the island, and also just walk around the island and find out about how people lived. And also, I'm sure there must be a lot of ruins and houses that is abandoned now, because when I spoke to the staff of our guest house, he mentioned that the actual population of the registered population of the island is around 1000 plus, but right now less than 500 people actually live on the island. So when I was walking yesterday towards the guest house after arriving, I also noticed that there were a lot of houses that are abandoned. So it would be interesting to walk around the island and see all these houses and places that's just been left. This house looks like an abandoned house for sure. So that looks like passion fruit. If you don't know what that is, this is the national fruit of the Maldives. It has a sweet and sour taste inside. So what you see over there is breadfruit. It's a very commonly found fruit in the Maldives and used very widely in our cooking as well. So right now we're walking towards the Bikini beach. So I would say approximately 10-minute walk from our guest house, as it's a big island. And once we reach the Bikini beach, we're going to spend some time there and fly the drone, hopefully while the sun is still out. The weather's been a bit unpredictable today. So in the morning when we woke up, we had, the sun was shining, but last night around 2 a.m. I woke up because it was raining pretty heavily. And there's some rain forecasted today as well. So hopefully we get a good window to fly the drone and get some good shots, because from the images that I've seen on Google, the house reef and the beach and everything of this island is very beautiful. And take a look at this mosque. We just saw this while walking towards the Bikini beach. Looks like a very old mosque based on the design. I'm not sure if it's a functional mosque, because I think there's a newer mosque on the property on this island. We're not dressed appropriately to go inside and have a look at this mosque, unfortunately. Maybe later in the evening. So the designs you see over there is very old. So I can tell just by looking at this mosque is probably at least 100 years or older. There are also some tombstones that we just saw right behind the mosque. This mosque is called the Ba Miski, which translates into the old mosque. I'm sure there's a lot of history around this mosque. Souvenir and gift shop in the middle of island. So I'm sure this is an ad for one of the most popular souvenir shops on the island. We haven't seen it yet so far, but hopefully we'll see it in the afternoon. And also, yeah, bikes for rent. This would be definitely a good idea, given that this island is pretty big. So maybe after this beach we'll try to see if we can rent a bike, because that would save a lot of time that we're spending on walking between the beaches. Look at this place. So these are banyan trees, very commonly found in the Maldives. Grows very massive, and from the looks of it I could tell this tree is easily over 100 years old.
Almost.
So this island has a big jungle by island standards. So our plan is once we go to the Bikini beach to cross over to the other side of the beach via the jungle road. So I'm not sure how exactly we're going to figure that out, but there seems to be some pathways on the map, so hopefully it won't be too difficult to find. And now we've reached the Bikini beach. So now we have arrived to the Bikini beach. Because it's the low season, there aren't a lot of people, not a lot of guests are around, so it's a good thing for us. But I can imagine during the high season it would be a lot more packed. But even then, this would be a great spot to come and enjoy the beach. So there are sunbeds all around, arranged by different guest houses. So we are sitting at the area dedicated for our guest house. So whichever guest house you stay, chances are you're gonna get a sunbed for yourself. So just now we were able to fly the drone and the sun was out, so I've been able to get some good shots, which I'll put in the video. So now we're just gonna go in and cool down in the water, take a look at the water. It's beautiful. We didn't borrow any snorkeling gear thinking that the house ship's a bit fine. But we could have actually done some snorkeling around within the lagoon without reaching the house reef, because there are some spots of nice reefs, very accessible. So maybe we'll borrow the snorkeling equipment later on in the afternoon. So we're gonna chill here for an hour or so and then find our way to the other side of the island, which is the mixed beach where both locals and tourists go. So we're gonna walk through the jungle and get there, and hopefully if the sun is still good and it's not too windy, I'll try to fly the drone again and get some good shots on the other side as well. This is a very tropical fruit found in the Maldives called screw pine. People use it to make usually desserts. A lot of tourists also find it very good. So this is how the tree looks like. So right now we're just walking to find if there's any roads where we can cross over to the other beach through the jungle. First we were walking that way, we couldn't find it, so we spoke to one of the people who live on the island, and he showed me the way this way. So let's see. I mean, we can easily walk straight and get to the other beach around the island, but we really want to see what's inside the jungle, because a lot of Maldivian islands are usually getting overdeveloped, so in very few islands you actually still have the actual jungle left. In most islands, majority of the islands, the trees and everything has been cut off for housing and for commercial development. So only trees you'll find is usually around whatever buildings and things are there. But here on both sides of the island, like I mentioned before, they have a pretty dense jungle. So let's see. I think we found a way inside the jungle. So this probably leads into the jungle to cross over to the other side, and this walkway leads to the tip of the island. Let's see. So since we're already at the tip of the island, we thought we're gonna take a quick look here and then move into the jungle. So this is the very tip of the island. Very beautiful beach on this side as well. It seems like that this side is a bit more calm than the other side, because on the Bikini beach it was still quite, the current was a bit strong, so it wasn't very easy to relax when you are inside in the water. So now we are inside the jungle. It's really lush, a lot of trees and a lot of greenery. Take a look. I think they just have one road that is cleared through the jungle to reach to the other side. Obviously it's not easy cutting a road down through the dense jungle. But I'm really glad that the locals have still left majority of the jungle untouched. But from what I'm hearing, there's a lot more projects ongoing, because the island is growing as a tourism destination. So lots and lots more guest houses are being built, but hopefully they still keep the majority of the greenery preserved. So we just found one way to exit to the beach from here. It's this walkway. But there's more way towards the jungle, and we're gonna head that way and get out of the jungle to the beach on the next exit. So now we've been walking inside the jungle for at least around 15 minutes, and seems like there's still more. So obviously it's quite a big area of dense jungle on this island. Oh, I think we are pretty close to exiting on the next part to get out to the beach. So I think we just reached one of the main roads. So here's one way to get inside the jungle, and this way I believe would lead directly to the beach. So we're gonna head that way and go to the beach. So I was just looking at the map and realized that the exit that we came out of the jungle is only halfway covering the width of the island. So there's actually a bigger part that we didn't walk while trying to cross over, because there doesn't seem to be a road cut inside the jungle. But anyway, this road again leads directly to the second beach that we are heading to. So we've seen enough of the jungle, and I think the rest of the part would look pretty much the same. But as I was saying, it's a pretty big island. The weather has changed drastically, so it might be raining shortly. It's very cloudy and gray at the moment. We're just hoping we can reach to the second beach, take a quick look, and then start walking back towards the guest house and maybe have lunch. We're hoping that we can fly the drone, but if the weather's like this, I'm just gonna skip the drone because I've already gotten some good shots on the other side. So the beach on this side, I would say is just as good, but obviously because of the weather at the moment, it looks a bit dull. But during nice weather, I'm sure it's gonna look pretty good. So this is the guest house that we are staying in. It's called Aira Maldives. I think they've got like 5 or 6 rooms, and they also have space for guests who want to have some meals. Some nice outdoor seating area as well. It looks really beautiful from the outside. And the host is super friendly and very helpful. So this is the outdoor area. Some nice seating area and dining tables. This is the reception and some more tables. This is where we had breakfast today. And this is our room. So now we are heading off to have lunch to the same cafe that we went yesterday evening to have the evening tea. There's only 3 restaurants on the island, so that is something definitely the island can improve on, the option of food. I would say it's quite limited, but then again, local islands are mostly like this unless it's a very touristy island in Maldives. But hopefully there's potential, and since there's a lot of development coming in, I'm pretty sure in a few years there'll be a lot more good restaurants and things like that. lunch has arrived. I am having tuna noodles. So this is tuna noodles, Maldivian style. So they've got some chili, and this is passion fruit juice. This is spaghetti aglio olio, and a nice Milo. So that lunch cost us around 250 Maldivian rupiah, which is around 16 US dollars. It was very good, and the weather has still not improved. It's still drizzling and partially cloudy as well. So we're gonna go back to the guest house and maybe go and see the other public beach, which is on the other side of the island. So now we are walking towards the public beach. Unfortunately, the weather stays it is. It doesn't look like it's gonna be sunny again today, but hopefully it doesn't rain. And even in this weather, we should be able to see at least a nice sunset. But the sunset is actually on the Bikini beach, which is where we were this morning. Now we're just going to go check out the public beach and then come back, and later on go to see the sunset. So this and this both looks like new developments. It's either someone's house or going to be a guest house. For those who don't know, these are banana trees. This is one of the main roads, and this way is towards the beach, and the public beach is that side. And what you see over here, this is moringa. So this is one of the superfoods sold in the West in the form of powder, but in Maldives here we have it in its raw form. This looks like some sort of a wild mushroom. Probably not edible though. So looks like there might be some more sunshine today. So we quickly went and grabbed our drone just to see by the time if we reach the public beach and if there is some sunshine, I can fly the drone again. Oh, look at this road. So we just made it to the public beach. Doesn't look too bad at the moment. There isn't a lot of sunshine, but we could probably get some good shots. It's a very big beach, although it does not look like it's been maintained very well. So we were able to fly the drone and get some good shots. And now we're heading back to the guest house and take some rest, get ready, and then the plan is to go to the sunset side to see the sunset. Hopefully, if the weather allows, we're gonna fly the drone again during sunset as well. So it's around 4:30. I'm just taking some tea until Nani gets ready to go and see the sunset. As I was saying before, this outdoor area is very, very peaceful, and it's really nice to sit down, really during the evenings when it's not too hot. I'm just going to stay here for a bit, and then we're going to head out and see the sunset. So it's around 6:15 now. We're heading towards the sunset at Bikini Beach. So the sun is going to set in around 7 minutes. So hopefully we make it on time. I think we've almost reached Sunset Beach. We can already see the colors. Hopefully we're not too late because the sun has set around 5 minutes ago. We have made it to the sunset. Honestly, I think like maybe it's gonna take a bit more time for the colors to really set in, but already it's looking pretty great. We just came back from watching the sunset. It was a nice sunset. We just came back to drop off our things, and now we are heading out to have dinner. We just came back from dinner. It's around 9 p.m. now. We're going to pack and go to bed because we have a very early morning departure tomorrow at 6:25. And that's it for this video. We hope you liked it. Please do subscribe to our channel to support us, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.